and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. In the last episode, we returned from our journey out to Castle Volkihar and reported back to Isran, who wasn't exactly pleased but had to deal with a minor vampire attack of his own. We then explored around and entered Dead Drop Falls, a cave in the back of Fort Dawnguard, which we are now currently residing in. So this is Dead Drop Mine, a bit further inward than the falls, and apparently an extension of sort to it. Right. So the last video got a bit chopped up, and I'm sorry about that. It seems that I was running a couple of programs that was taking up a lot of RAM while the video was rendering, and it didn't exactly like that. So I've pretty much turned everything else except Elgato and Audacity off, so everything should be fine. I hope. It's always hard to tell, but this way I'll essentially be letting the video render overnight, where I'm not really using my computer. So hopefully that should allow the RAM and the computer to give enough space to let the video render fully without being chopped. But time will tell. I might have to think of some more creative way of solving that problem if that doesn't work, but we'll take that when we get to it. So, Dead Drop Mine. A Corundum mine, at least judging from this room. Not the most valuable of ores, but it can be turned into steel, which in turn can be turned into steel boats. And that in turn can raise our smithing skill, which is nice. I believe my smithing skill is fairly high, but not as high as it could be, so we can't make dragon stuff yet, even though we can pick it up. Right, I think that was all the ores in here. Doesn't seem like there's more. Doesn't seem like... Why would they have a cage like this, a giblet, inside a mine? I don't get it. Oh well. So Dead Drop Falls did not have any enemies in it. I'm not so certain that's the case with Dead Drop Mine. We are further in under the ground, but iron ingot is fine. Stocking up on ores. You'd expect maybe a spider or two, but so far there haven't been anything. That makes me concerned, because a place with light candles and torches you'd think would hold... Ooh, that's a trap and a half. The sultry Argonian bard. I believe that is sort of the reverse idea of the lusty Argonian maid. Croontail. My lady, I could never perform your request. Oh, is it too fast for you? I fear that it might damage my instrument. Ah, but you seem to handle your instrument so well, my darling. You flatter me, my lady. Yes, well, it is such a large and magnificent piece. May I hold it? Goodness no, the innkeeper would never approve of such a public display. Then may I suggest a private performance, perhaps away from the noise of the inn, where we both may enjoy your tremendous talent? Surely you don't mean for me to accompany you to your room. Indeed I do, my sweet, indeed I do. So that's essentially the other way around from the lusty Argonian maid. Regular old food. Steel boats. Don't mind if I do. Oh, it's not a trap, it's just crossbows lying here. Well, I don't need to have extra crossbows with me. One will suffice. At least for the time being. Okay, mud crab chitin and garlic. Take that. Meat, cure disease. Might come in useful. Ethereum Wars. If I'm not mistaken, we will be getting into that quite soon. Troll slaying, carrot, barrel. Some steel boats. So far it has been a peaceful and serene experience going through Dead Drop Falls. I don't mind. Exploration is also good. Where does this lead? Dead Drop Falls. So we're back in the Dead Drop Falls now. That makes you wonder, where does everything lead? And I don't know the answer to that, unfortunately. Right. Oh, so this is where we come out. Okay. Well, not what I had expected, but that's fine. So, oh, that's right. This was not the way out. How do I get out of here then? Oh yes, this way, that's right. Did I lose that? I think I did, but apparently I did. Right. Well, out we go. So there was no enemies there. I suppose it's good for getting a lot of ores and such with you. So that took about 7 minutes. Well, that's fine. We do have a plan for the rest of this episode. So, while there are other caves and other places to explore in Daybreak Canyon, that is not our goal for this episode. We can do that one of the other times that we get back from being out hunting vampires. I believe that Gunmar, one of the people that Isran asked us to hire, is relatively close by, actually residing in Rift and Hold. Before I go and do that though, I believe I now have a decent amount of ore and added to that I also have ingots, which means that chopping block was not active, but there should be an active chopping block somewhere. Oh, did I loot that chest? I think I did, but I did. Alright, well, that's fine. I don't mind going back on the things I did. So we have a smelter. So can we make any steel ingots? No, we cannot. Alright. Let's just make a... Ooh, that's a lot. Well, let's just make them into... Right. Let's see. Hunting bow, I don't need that. Cure disease, minor healing. Sure, why not? Let's see. I don't think I have anything here. Dawnguard boots, nope. How about weapons? Shouldn't think so. But you never know. Oh, nah. I'll save that for later. Gotta finish that quest at some point. There's no haste. Shouldn't there be a forge? Or at least an anvil? Apparently not. Might be added later. Alright, well, not much to do about that other than get a move on. Right, so our first task, if I could get the map open, yes, but we wanted the world map, and right, so Gunmar is right down by Crystal Drift Cave. Fairly close by. It'll be a bit of a while going down here. But with some luck and a little bit of skill, we should be able to make it. How many steel boats have we got now? I picked up a few. Let's see, steel boat. Let me just sell that. 44. Well, it'll do. If nothing else, we'll go melee on those that come too close. The Thieves Guild has a strong presence in the city of Riften and has been known to recruit those gifted in the art of stealth. I think my stealth is currently at level 90 something. If you have too many quest targets, check your journal to see if you have more than one active quest. In the miscellaneous category, you can turn each objective on or off. Well, you can do so in the main objective as well, so... Yeah. One more? Each time you level up, you may pick a new perk. You can save your perk choice for later if you don't quite meet the requirements. You guys are...
Find Serene and Gunmar.
Yes. Me... Oh, I did not want those equipped. Those are nice, but, well, there we go.
And maybe we
and
can
we're very, very close. You weren't there when the vampires attacked.
Now that the Dawnguard are back, the vampires' reign of terror is about to end.
Well, these certainly were ended. Literally. A cold day in southern Skyrim. See if there were more boats on this tree. Nope. He have cleared up after his shooting practice, but that's fine. We don't exactly lack boats, and we have the dwarven boats that can deliver an even more powerful punch than the steel ones. So it's fine. And if anything, if it goes completely sour, we still have our bow and all of our arrows, so not exactly a problem. We are currently wielding Dawnguard boots, axe and shield, and we have a Dawnguard warhammer in case things get heavy. I believe there is more Dawnguard weapon armory around, but since that is not yet available to us, we cannot wear it. That should be fairly obvious. You're not going to turn into a vampire and vampire elk? That will be scary. Ah! Yeah, it would be scary because that elk is scary in itself. Alright, let's get a run. So, with the vampire attack in the last episode, it seems that the vampires knows the Fort Dawnguard's existence. Obviously, Dawnbreak Canyon isn't exactly great for launching a large-scale attack, and Fort Dawnguard itself is a fairly strong fortification. Blocking with a shield or weapon with recoil and attack, and stagger the attacker. 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 Okay. Love the design of the Elven shield. Skyrim is engaged in a bloody civil conflict between the rebel Stormcloaks and the soldiers of the Imperial Legion. Well, we are not bothering with that right at the moment. We have signed a peace treaty, and once you've helped someone, they will like you. Some people may even be willing to follow you and carry out your orders. Indeed. Do we get 4? We usually only get 3. Oh, no, 3. Right, so we want to turn... There's a lot of... That's the Headless Horseman. What is he doing in Riften? He's supposed to be in Whiterun. Well, that is interesting. And he almost attacked that fox. Less interesting. Right, so we want to go south and west eventually. Right, should probably have our crossbow out for dealing with enemies from afar. Especially vampires, those are nasty. So I also saw that there was a dragon resting place here. That's kind of unfortunate, though not entirely a problem. What? Whoa! What? Why are you attacking me, lady? The red guard. What's that about? What are you doing? Don't make me shoot you. Well, you are making me shoot you. You're gonna run out of magic really soon. Seriously, lady? What was that about? I ain't done nothing to you. I'll take that. No, I'll take that. Really? What the hell was that about? I spent 10 bolts on trying to bring her down. Well, at least I didn't hit anything else. And that's the passage into Morrowind, I believe. I don't think there is anything nearby, but we might as well check it out now that we're here. So, I guess we can thank that red guard for that. It's open. Well, I don't suppose that Morrowind and Skyrim have any conflict at the moment. So, would that be the Red Mountain we can see far, far in the distance? Possibly. Right. Well, that did surprise me. I suppose I wasn't sneaking when she attacked me. She did have a lot of magicka, though. We can cut up through here and see what that tower is about. We might not reach Gunmar this episode, or, well, now we most certainly won't, so we might as well take our time. If nothing else, we can go see Gunmar in the next episode. He doesn't go anywhere. I believe this tower is one of the few that are actually peaceful. Foxy, you are quite noisy. So what's up to the left, if anything? It seems the path continues up here. Might be worth checking out to see if there is any silver ore. Woo! Nice! Can make some jewelry out of that. Eventually, when we find an anvil. So we have a smelter, a workbench, and a grindstone. But we don't have an anvil nor a forge at Fort Dawnguard yet. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Gunmar is actually supplying the forge, acting as blacksmith. So when we hire Gunmar and return... Why are the blood splatters here? Ice Wraith? Or maybe a troll? They continue up here. I don't like this. As long as as it isn't a wisp mother, I won't complain. Let's see. Ah, it was a troll. And his victim, well, the remains of it. Oh! What's this? Huh? An iron helmet, a strong box. Sure, why not? I don't think I've ever seen this before. Oh! Yeah! Like so. A flawless ruby. Not exactly worth placing in a strong box. Oh well. Someone thought it was important. That's reason enough. And well, it is valuable, so there is that. That's a lot of blood splatters. Considering the size of each blood splatter, it's a fairly long trail. That doesn't look passable. Alright, back to the tower. Now, the tower, I believe, is, if not one of the Vigilance few other places, then something similar. It is definitely a peaceful place, I remember. So where the northern Riften is definitely, the northern rift hole is definitely flat and autumn-like, the southern Riften is definitely some of the harsher climates, steep hills, mountainsides, and lots of bears, makes it a relatively dangerous territory. Definitely not one you want to take lightly. Oh, we leveled up, didn't we? Yes, we did. Our health is pretty good. Stamina is also pretty good. Let's go for Magicka. What have we got? Enchanting. That could be nice. Yeah, I suppose, why not? New enchantments, what do we got? Fire enchantments. Skill enchantments and armor. Soul gems provide extra Magicka. Let's see, what else is there? Death blows to creatures but not people. Trap 5% of the victim's soul, recharging the weapon. That's kind of nice. Skill enchantments. Fire enchantments. Frost enchantments. Health and Magicka enchantments. Well, I can take this one. Sure. I should remind myself to enchant my armor then. Eventually. I haven't really gone much into enchanting in any of my playthroughs. It's more been a convenient bonus. So what is here? Schlender's Beacon. Yeah, I knew it was the Vigilant. Well. Oh. Satchel. Not much, but I will take it. Yoink, yoink. So, the question remains, are there any people here? There is. Hello.
The suffering the Daedra... The mercy of Stendarr does not extend to Daedra worshippers.
I'm not one of them. Oh, steal from. Well, I have no reason to steal from them. Also, she was just...
The mercy of Stendarr does not extend to Daedra worshippers.
There were more of them.
Wherever the Daedra hide, Stendarr will cast them into...
Oh, that is a fun one. There is a tomb for a dragon priest right on the other side of the canyon, siding over Riften itself. That's not a bad one. Now, I believe Broken Helm Hollow is marked on my map for a reason. Let's go and see if we can't figure out anything useful there. Oh. I see something burning over there. Well, we'll get to that next time. Broken Helm Hollow. Ah! No, get out of my face. Well, I did not have... Where you at? What? Whoa! Get out of my face! Seriously. That scared me more than I'd like to admit. Okay. I believe Broken Helm Hollow is just in quotation marks, a plain old bandit place. I believe... Is it up here? No, this is the path up to whatever place that is. I've forgotten the name, but it's definitely one of a dragon priest. Ah, here we go. That's the path. Another thing that I remember about it is that there is an elf, a high elf, who claims to be working for the same faction that you side with the most. Look at that, a bandit. But not much more. Hello. And then when you finish the tomb, it turns out that he was actually working for the other side, or at least pretending to. Broken Helm Hollow. Sure. I don't believe this is a long one, so let's head on inside. So obviously I must have picked up a quest somewhere to look into Broken Helm Hollow. I'm not entirely sure what, but... Oh well, I guess we'll find out if once we clear out the place, if we have done the thing that we needed to do here. It might run a bit longer than 30 minutes, but it's fine. Right. Level 55. Okay, it's a fairly bright cavern. That's nice for a change. So what have we got? No sentries, at least not yet. Did not mean to do that. Did not mean to do that. Oh well. We got mushrooms. Something lit up. We got a sound trap. I see a fireplace. There may be a bandit resting there, but oh, there is. Nice! And no one noticed. So none are the wiser. What have we got here? A small creek with corundum. I will mine that as soon as the coast is clear. Oh, I can take that though. Alright. Ooh. Yoink. Tanning rack, don't need it. Was that really all? No, obviously not. There's something in there. And there's possibly also something up here. Oh, yes, that's a bandage chief. Whoop.
What was that?
Oh, nothing, just your death. Don't worry about it. Lots of skulls here for a bandit camp. You'd think they'd dabble into necromancy. Battle of Sancrator is a skill book that I've read before. Elixir lockpicking, sure. Don't need that, but... Ooh, I like the design of the Nordic stuff. But I don't need it. Sadly. What's in the... Oh, it was trapped. Oh dear. This is gonna hurt. Steel helmet and minor alchemy. Sure. Circular fusion, sure. Ooh, that maze almost got me. That would have been unpleasant. Well, it sounded like the dungeon had cleared itself out. Ooh, we can actually get over there and explore because we have Whirlwind Sprint at it. I wonder if there is anything up here. I doubt it, but now that we are here, we might as well explore. So there's Imp Stool. That's fine. Not the most exciting treasure, but, well, the treasure is treasure. Nope, it doesn't seem like there is anything at all up here. Oh well, we discovered that there wasn't anything at all, and that's a discovery in itself. So we will take the imp stools, and we will mine the corundum. If nothing else, I'll find some use for it down the line. Ooh, another flawless ruby. Nice. That's unexpected from a corundum mine. But, well, I'm certainly not complaining. Get some more mushrooms. Eating crown, white cap. Gonna dabble a bit into alchemy eventually. Right, so what is behind this place? Lots of blood. Oh. And a dead guy. Oh, but a potent poison. Don't mind if I do. I will look at you later. Let's see. Woodcutter's axe. And another corundum vein. I'm not really concerned about my inventory because I believe... Nope, that was the wrong one. I believe... Yeah, I have almost 90 to carry. Oh! Find Leifnar. Return to Grostad. Oh! I remember this. So, he is the husband of a miller who haven't seen her husband and thought he'd just run away with some wench. But it turns out that he was here. Oh, frostbite. Sure, I know that, but, well, I don't mind. Alright, well, that has been a fruitful and slightly scary, which is fitting because this is recorded on the 31st of October. So, but it will probably first be out tomorrow when I get home and get it edited. Fly Amanita. Right, but in the next episode we shall move towards hiring Gunmar, and we shall actually I will meet you close to Crystal Drift Cave so that there won't be as much faff as there was in this episode. But until then, take care.